feels amazing. You know, over the last 3 months, it's all been a dream. You know, from the moment I picked up my first major title to now being world champion, you know, it's just something that I never envisaged that would have been the way. You know, obviously in my mind, I thought I'd pick up a major title 1 year and then maybe pick up another one the next year, and then, you know, that dream of being a world champion might have come at a later date. But to do it all so quickly is just yeah, one of them feelings I think is indescribable.
World champion, world number one, you've reached the pinnacle now of the sport. Is the feeling as you imagined it would be?
It's more than I imagined it would be. I got asked this question last night, you know, is it everything you dreamed of? And, you know, I think it's more. You know, it's the same thing with my first major title. You always dream of how it's going to feel, how you'd react, and yeah, it never actually pays off to how good it is in real life. And you know, it's one of them dreams where you feel like you're going to wake up and it's not going to be true, but for me, luckily it is. And you know, I've worked incredibly hard to be in this moment, and I'm going to thoroughly enjoy it.
It was an incredible game last night, obviously your best result of your career, but where does it rank amongst your greatest performances?
Yeah, I mean, I've had some great performances on the big stage. You know, that semi-final on the 2nd of January would obviously be up there because it was, I think, possibly my highest average over you know, a decent long format of my career. And it was an important game because it took me to world number one. But I don't think, regardless of whatever performances I've ever had in my career, last night will always rank the number one. You know, and for me, to hit 103 average in a world final is not an easy feat. You know, it's such a long format. You have to be, you know, on it for a long period of time. And you know, I feel like I showed a lot of bottle in important moments as well. So it definitely will rank up there as, you know, the greatest performance I've ever played in.
And trailing 4-2 last night, Luke was on fire at one stage, but how much belief did you take from the comebacks against Ricardo Pietrezco and Joe Cullen earlier in the event?
Yeah, they were important games for me because, you know, I was so close to being out in the tournament, incredibly close to, especially against Joe. But these are sort of, you know, these little bits of luck that you need to, you know, grab hold of and run with. And I did it in the Grand Prix when you know, Peter Wright missed match starts. Gary Anderson had a massive lead on me in the Grand Slam, and I managed to overcome that one. Michael van Gerwen in the Players' Championship finals, massive lead in the final, I managed to overcome that one. So, you know, all these experiences of being behind, they never made me panic. And you know, I believed in the process of, you know, you might be in head, but you can still come back, and you showed it a couple of times this tournament already. You can do it again, and I just thought one more time, one last big push, and you know, thankfully for me, I reeled off 5 great sets.
You've overcome so much adversity in your career, spoken really openly about your battle with anxiety. You're now a real role model and inspiration to people. So how proud are you of what you've achieved?
Yeah, well, obviously I'd like to think that, and I think, you know, obviously I've had many messages over the years of people saying, you know, they really look up to someone, you know, being so open and honest about it, because it is a daily struggle that a lot of people go through in life. There's no doubt about that, but you know, it's definitely something that you can overcome, and I think a lot of people will take inspiration from, you know, them struggles I went through maybe 3 or 4 years ago, to now being world number one world champion. You know, it proves that you can, if you get your mind right and you believe in yourself, and you know, you don't give up on life, you know, you can achieve great things. And you know, I feel very blessed to be sat here right now as, you know, all these accolades are on my name.
And we saw you soaking up the moment with your family on stage last night. Just how special was that, and just how important have they been in your journey?
They've been a massive part of my journey, massive. I couldn't have done it without them. You know, my mum and dad, they sacrificed a lot to take me around, you know, the whole of the UK at the start of my career when I was a youth player, you know, up and down the country. My dad, obviously, when I first became a professional, I couldn't drive, so you know, he had to drive me to every time to Barnsley, 3-hour journeys, days off work. You know, these are all the sacrifices you do for your son and stuff. But you know, he is definitely the reason where I am today, and you know, I'm very lucky to have such a great dad who, you know, looked after me so well. You know, my mum as well, and you know, my family, my girlfriend. You know, I've got all these lucky people that really do help me out, and I'm very privileged to have them by my side.
You've been on a stunning run of form, 26 wins out of 27, 19 straight wins, obviously 4 of the last 5 titles. What do you put this down to?
I think, yeah, I'm really not sure what I can put it down to. You know, obviously I've just got that resilience in me, and that it becomes incredibly tough to beat me. You know, I always sort of pride myself on just being a tough player to beat. You know, make people have to work hard to beat you. You know, this is a winning run that will end one day. We all know that. I'm going to keep going as far as it will take me, but you know, when it does end, I think regardless of that, I think it's been an incredible, you know, rise and run for me. You know, and I've now achieved everything I've always wanted to, but it makes me more hungry and more determined than ever to go on and, you know, win a lot more in the future.
And when you're on a run like you are, do you almost feel invincible?
You do have that aura about you. It's, you know, you do have that aura where you feel like you now people will start to, you know, try a lot harder against you. You've got a target on your back. Everybody wants to beat you and stuff like that. So yeah, but you know, there is that aura where you feel invincible. You feel like you're on top of the world, but that can all come crashing down at any moment. So that's why I mean it's important not to, you know, to stop practicing or, you know, to think that you've completed everything you need to complete and, you know, dedicating is not important anymore. It is important because I have a duty now to, you know, pride myself throughout the PDC, you know, to go on and perform as a world champion, as a world #1 this year. And, you know, I'll be dedicated and more motivated than ever to go on and prove that I deserve to be where I am. And
we saw the impact that last year's final between the two Michaels had on the sport. This year's seen record-breaking exposure. So what could this do for the sport going forward?
Yeah, I've said it so many times. I think this sport, in my opinion, has just grown to incredible, you know, levels. You know, and that's all to do with the PDC. They've grown the sport massively and to levels that I never thought it'd get to. So you know, I do think it's going to get bigger and bigger and better. I really do. I think all the World Series help. You know, the European Tour's been a massive catalyst for me in my career. All these things are definitely building the sport up to, you know, rivaling, you know, to be second behind football. You know, you get anywhere close to that, it's quite an achievement, trust me. So yeah, I'm just privileged to be, you know, the world champion of this sport, the world #1, and you know, it's nice to, you know, to be involved in such a great sport that I love and I've loved all my life.
And we know that you're a massive Leeds United fan. You had a visit to the training ground, I think, a couple of months ago. So hoping to parade the Sid Waddell Trophy at Ellen Road?
Yes, I was going to do the World Grand Prix Trophy, and then they said to me, you know, we'll do it when you're world champion instead. And yeah, that was, they really did believe me. They really did, all of them, believe that I'd be world champion. And that is definitely something that I'm incredibly looking forward to, parading the trophy around Ellen Road. I know everyone knows I'm a massive Leeds fan, so you know that is going to be a special moment because when you're inside Ellen Road, it's an incredible atmosphere. So I'm really looking forward to parading the trophy around there, and you know, I'll have to find that date in a busy schedule to go on and do it.
And world #1, world champion. What's next for you? What's the next goal?
It's hard, isn't it? Because I feel like I've done everything I've always ever wanted to do. I mean, for me, it's hard. I've not really set myself any goals. It's hard to know where your goals lie. I mean, for me, obviously being with Michael Smith in the World Cup, to win the World Cup is definitely something now for me that is something that burns bright. You know, obviously playing for my country will be massive for me. It'd be, you know, an incredible achievement. But there, that's definitely something I obviously want to win, be a World Cup winner, and you know, the Premier League. That's one of them tournaments where I've been longing to be in it for a very long time. So finally got my chance, and you know, that is definitely one of my goals for this year, is to be Premier League champion as well.
And just how excited are you to be the flag bearer of the sport for the next 12 months?
Very excited because of, you know, the state the sport's in right now. It's hot property. Everybody wants to be a part of it. You know, we've seen many celebrities and sports stars all, you know, watching the darts. That's thanks to Luke Littler. You know, he's obviously built the sport to new levels, which is, you know, incredible for me because obviously I'm the, you know, the person that's, you know, the world champion that gets to parade the trophy around with it all. So yeah, I'm really incredibly excited to, you know, be the flag bearer for the sport, and you know, it's going to be some year this year, I'm sure of it.
Thanks, Luke. Well done.
Thank you.